Hi, 1851ers. Troy Kehoe on the floor of the International Franchise Exposition in New York City, and we're here with Jason Parker, the co-founder and co-CEO of K9 Resorts. I want to talk a little bit, Jason, about what you're hearing on the floor here. This is a great opportunity, I think, for franchisors and potential franchisees and existing franchisees to come together to sort of talk about the state of the industry. What are you hearing as far as how people feel about the future of franchising right now?
So there's been some concern because of some minimum wage hikes that is trying to get put through Congress at this point. We just had a regulation that passed a couple of weeks ago where they raised the threshold for the salary requirement. So if you work more than 40 hours a week and you're on a salary, it used to be in the $20,000 range that you would qualify to not get overtime. Now they bumped it, you have to make almost $48,000 a year. So there are some concerns relating to that, but I think that like any franchisor, it's our responsibility to work it out, figure out a plan on how we can still remain successful even with the change.
In terms of what you're seeing as a franchisor moving forward, I know there's been concern over how franchising as a model might be viewed moving forward, especially through Congress. The joint employer model has certainly been challenged. As a growing franchisor, does that affect how you make decisions moving forward?
It does, and I think that Congress should really do their homework a little bit and really understand and really should get educated on exactly what a franchise is and how a franchise organization operates. Each store is independently owned and operated, so to group us all together as a whole, it just doesn't seem like the right thing to do. And we're working on solutions to those issues, and we're confident that we'll get through them.
I know you've heard members of the IFA, and I've heard you say before as well, that the narrative around franchising has to change, that we need to change the conversation and make America understand the benefits of what this model has brought to this country. How do we do that, do you think?
I just really think it's through education. I think people have to understand what a franchise is. And when you buy a franchise, you own your own business and you're associated with a system and a proven concept and a brand, but you can't group us all together when it comes to certain things such as healthcare. So, if I own a business and we have a corporate location, so I own a store as well, and we have a certain number of employees, we can't be grouped with the whole system because each store is independently owned and operated. There's an owner of each store, so we are different, and I think that the government really needs to understand that.
All right, Jason, thanks very much for your insight, and we'll be back with more from the floor of IFE.